with 1:09 left in the first quarter. Torres has the ball. There's a pick from Torres. Torres still drives, goes the whole way, throws it up with the left hand. Good bucket and one. They will take one shot. And that foul was on number 22, Lincoln Hess, his first foul of the game. Yep. We are currently experiencing a couple technical difficulties tonight with the live feed. I apologize for that. We are working through them, so if there's any hiccups, we do apologize. Should be good now on our end, but we will keep the action flowing as it goes down to Rogers. Goes up with the left, rebounded there nicely by Demler, kicks it up to Summers. Goes back out to Demler with 45 seconds left in the first quarter, over to senior Ben Ryan. Driving with the left, goes to the baseline, slipped, and there was a foul called on number 2, Nate Lewis. He did get him with the body. Do have some more subs coming in. We have Ethan Schatzel coming in, and then also Talon Vander Plag came back in. Demler and Summers exiting the game. Oh, ball was stolen on the inbounds there by Carlos Torres. He drives, gives the ball up, and it was a nice bucket there by number 10, Reagan Wadika. Score is 20-12. High Point Baptist is up right now. Vanderplag shoots a three off the front iron, a little bit short. Rebounded by Rogers. Lewis is bringing it up the court with about 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Flame Nation is getting into it, urging their team to play some defense with the defense chant. 10 seconds left in the first quarter, down 20-12. Wadika eyeballing a three, kicks it back out to Torres, drives, goes up with the left off the front iron, and that is how the quarter will end. 20-12 in favor of the High Point Baptist Eagles. Electric first quarter there, a lot of up and down, couple missed shots, big threes. But we are still going to stay with you as we thank LebcoSports.com, who serves as the leading source for Lebanon County athletic news. Our mission is simple, to celebrate all of our local athletes. We'd like to thank them and Dan Rao for their support this season. And we also would like you to meet the pizza that everybody in Lebanon County is talking about, the Old World, also known as the Upside Down Pizza. It focuses on the delicious sauce on top and the texture baked to a crisp perfection, made for any time of the day. And when lunchtime rolls around, we've got you covered with lunch specials that delivers a great quantity for a great price. 2 great reasons to stop in at A&J Pizza restaurant. And when we do have replays today, all of our replays will be brought to us by A&J Pizza. And we talked a little bit about senior Mason Rogers for High Point as our Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster players to watch. Our player to watch for New Covenant is senior guard Ben Ryan. He is averaging 20 points a game. He has elite efficiency as he is shooting about 78% from the field. He can score at all 3 levels, driving, mid-range, and pull up the 3, create shots for teammates, and he is a momentum-changing scorer as we are getting ready to start our second quarter. Ball goes into Shates on the back. Then we swing it over to Alex Schaefer. Goes out to Talon Vander Plag in the wing. He's bringing it back out to reset the offense. He's driving on the right. Gives the ball to Yama Navarro. Ben Ryan drives. Kicks back out to Navarro. Lost the handle, but it was picked up nicely there by Alex Schaefer. And then he lost the handle. Reagan Wadika with the ball. Looks up, finds a man cutting. No shot. There was a foul on the floor. We're going to take a look at that again on our replay presented by A&J Pizza. You see the steal there. It goes up to Wadika. He finds the man down low. Does look like they got their feet tangled a little bit, and that's what the officials called the foul. So High Point's bringing it in on the baseline. Looking for a man. Brings it back up to Wadika. There was a sub. Misael Morales came in. He has the ball now. Back out to Wadika. Shoots the 3. A little bit short. It looks like a foul. Mason Rogers called with a bodying there. He bodied up Graydon Summers a little bit. The foul was called. Yeah, we're going to take a look at that again on our A&J Pizza replay. You see the shot go up. You can kind of see a little bit of the forearm in the back there by Rogers on Summers. We are back now with Navarro up at the top. Summers over on the left wing. He's dribbling with the right. Finds Vanderplag. He's dribbling the good defense. The ref does have the 5 count going. Ben Ryan with the ball on the far wing. Goes back to Vanderplag. And there's another reach-in foul there by Misael Morales. That's 2 fouls now on High Point in this quarter. That's Morales' first. Still 20-12 in favor of the Eagles with 6:53 left in the half. Moses Schaetzle. Summers with the long three-pointer and it goes long. Rebounded there by Wadaka. Waka setting the offense. Great play by Ben Ryan. Like I said, he averages 3 steals a game, and he had one there. Unable to finish at the other end. Wadaka bringing it back up quickly for High Point. Torres with the pump fake, got his man in the air, but left the three-pointer short. Navarro bringing it back down the floor, goes to Vanderplag. Back up to Navarro. Ben Ryan with the ball, thought about the long three, thought about it again, kicks it over to Vanderplag. He's open for that 3 off the back iron, though. Vanderplag with the rebound, went up right away. Think he was going to get a foul. He did not. Now we are going to have a timeout, 30-second timeout for High Point Baptist. While they're taking that timeout, we are going to thank another sponsor, Lebanon Federal Credit Union. Today's stream is proudly sponsored by the Lebanon Federal Credit Union, serving our community since 1969. For more than 5 decades, LFCU has focused on people over profit, offering trusted local banking built on relationships. From everyday checking and savings to loans and financial guidance, they're committed to helping neighbors succeed. When you bank with LFCU, you're supporting a financial partner truly rooted in the community. Thank you to Lebanon Federal Credit Union for supporting today's stream. And as we look at the clock, we are 6:04 left in the first half. It is 20-12, which is exactly how it started this second quarter. High Point with 2 fouls this quarter, New Covenant with 1. A little bit of a slow start to the second quarter, which is what Coach Burke would have wanted for High Point because he wanted to control the pace, and they are doing that right now. Torres with the ball at the top. He is guiding the offense. He moved Wadaka to the other side. Pick by Rogers. Look for the pick and roll. Kicks it back out to Rogers for 3. A little bit short. Rebounded by Ben Ryan. Nice rebound. He looks up. He finds Vanderplag quickly. Navarro in the corner. Back out to Vanderplag. Over to Ryan at the top. Back to Navarro on the wing. He's dribbling. Finds Ryan again up top. Dribbling with the left. Look for a drive. It was poked away, and it goes out on High Point. It will be New Covenant's ball still. We have all 5 starters back in for New Covenant. Ball goes to Demler on the wing. Is poked away again there by Misael Morales. He's playing tight defense, getting in the face of the Flames offense. Goes in the backcourt to Demler. He's setting the offense, directing everybody where to go. Vanderplag driving. Kicks it back out to Kanakis. Thought about the 3 with the pullback. Summers with it at the top. Dribbles. Goes all the way in. Up. Draws the foul. He will get 2 shots. Summers going back to the line. We're going to take a look at that again from A&J Pizza. Kanakis with the pump fake. Gave it to Summers. He thought about taking the shot. Then he drives right past the defender. Unable to set his feet, so it is a blocking foul. Summers to the line for 2. And as loud as the Flames Nation can be, they are very quiet for this free throw. Rims out, goes off the back iron. He will take another one. Like I said, score 20-12 right now in favor of the Eagles. They're controlling the pace and controlling the rebounding. That one is made, cuts the lead to 7. Reagan Wadaka bringing the ball down the court. Gives it up to Carlos Torres. Flame Nation again urging their team to play defense. Ryan's up on him. Mason Rogers down low, goes up, just bodied past Kanakis, got the bucket. Goes into Demler, finds Vanderplag on the right wing. Goes over to Ryan, dribbles, kicks it out to Summers. Summers mid-range, was hit from behind, draws the foul. Summers going back to the line. He is earning his points the hard way tonight. Coach Kantner is imploring his team to make the right reads, find the open man, and take the shot. That was the first foul on Reagan Wadika. 4, though, for High Point in this quarter. Summers knocks that one down. The 4 this quarter is a big one because starting with the next foul, New Covenant will go to the line each time they are fouled. Coach Kantner imploring them to just go to the bucket and draw those fouls. Summers knocks them both down, brings the score to 22-15 with 4:32 left in the half. Wadika bringing it down. Comes across the court after a pick from Torres. Being defended by Summers. Ryan on Torres up at the top. Crossover. Looks, had a double team. Wadika for 3, hits it. That's a big shot there by Reagan Wadika. Brings the score to 25-10 right now in favor of the Eagles. Summers drives with the little spin, pull back off the glass, and long, rebounded by Rogers. Goes up to Torres pretty quickly. Looking for a cutter. Goes out to Wadika, back to Rogers at the top. He pump fakes. Being defended by Kanakis. Got Kanakis off the ground. Oh. Looks like Ben Ryan was trying to save it, but did touch the line on his way, trying to throw it off of the Eagles. So it will stay High Point's ball on the baseline. Goes to Reagan Wadika, quick pull up off the inbounds, short off the front iron. Summers going quickly, trying to get to the bucket. Gives it to Vanderplag, falls short. Summers with the rebound, out muscles Lewis. Summers down low. Gives the ball up to Demler up top, dribbling. He's resetting the offense. That is what is so calming about Demler. Even though he's a freshman, he knows the ability to come back and set the offense. Summers with a pull-up jumper at the left elbow, goes off the rims. Rebounded by Torres, goes up to Wadika on the right wing. He pulls up the 3 right there, short off the front iron, rebounded by Summers. That is not the type of shot that Coach Burke was looking for when he says control the pace, not wanting quick shots, especially when you have the lead on the road. Summers with the spin move, kicks it out to Kanakis. He fires the 3. It is good. Big shot. They needed that one. Cuts the lead to 7, 25-18 with 2:40 left in the second quarter. Excellent shot there by Grant Kanakis. Lewis driving, dribbling. We have a jump ball called. Possession arrow stays with High Point. We're going to look at that one again and see what they had. He dribbles. Looks like he lost it a little bit. Was close to stepping on the line. Didn't. It was down. They wrestled for it. They called a jump ball between Ben Ryan and our player. That was for High Point. We do have a timeout on the floor. It's only a 30-second timeout, so we're going to stay with you. We're going to talk a little bit again about our Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster players to watch. We thank Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster for sponsoring our players to watch. They also sponsor our player of the game. Our player of the game will be selected near the end of the game, and that player will receive a T-shirt from Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster, and it is an excellent opportunity. We are so thankful for them as our sponsor. We're getting ready to join back in here with the action with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half. It is 25-18 right now in favor of High Point. They're bringing the ball in with Lewis. Right into Rogers. Kanakis, great defense, staying straight up. And they force a turnover as Summers, Demler, and Kanakis all converged on Rogers. Summers bring it down, not stopping. Spin move, goes up. Was looking to draw some contact, did not get it. It was rebounded by Lewis. Goes right up to Torres. They were quick on that transition, up and down, made the bucket. Lead back up to 9. Demler bringing it down the floor. Again, the freshman is calming everything down, bringing it back up to the top, directing it. That is why Coach Kanner has him out there leading the line. Ben Ryan kicks it over to Vanderplag for 3, little long. Again, Coach Burke would not have been happy with that shot as nobody was closing out the 3, and that was one of his keys to the game. Lucky for them, it did not fall. Unlucky for New Covenant that didn't fall. Wadaka at the top gives it to Rogers. Gives it back to Torres on the handoff. Goes up with the left hand. Pretty finish. Left-handed layup takes the score to 29-18. New Covenant needs to settle this down. However, there is a turnover by Demler. All the way to the bucket there for Grant Rogers. Demler's bringing it back up. Just need somebody to settle it down, run the offense, and get a bucket here. Graydon Summers dribbling, looking for somebody. Cuts. He's looking for Demler in the corner. They did call a foul. Summers is living at the free throw line this half as he is about to take attempts 9 and 10. With 1 minute left in the half. Yama Navarro's over at the scores table getting set to come in. Coach Kanner's coaching up Ben Ryan as Summers hits that free throw. Cuts the lead to 12, 31-19, 1 minute left. Navarro came in for Ben Ryan. Going to give Ryan a little bit of a breather here before the end of the half. All right, Summers knocks that one down too. So he's doing his job at the line right now. They need to keep driving and getting to the line because they still have 55 seconds of being in the bonus. Ball comes over to Grant Rogers, goes up to Mason Rogers at the top. Over to Torres. Over to Lewis on the wing. He shoots a 3, and he got it. They are on fire tonight. It is now 34-20. High Point Baptist with a big 3 right there to extend their lead. Vanderplag was dribbling, brought it back out to the wing. Goes into the middle, spins, pull up, off the iron. Ball was up, rebounded by Torres as it was loose. There is a foul there on somebody. Who are they going to call it on? They're calling it on Yama Navarro, number 20. So High Point has it on the baseline. New Covenant's trying to step up the pressure. They are down in a full court press right now. Long ball down to Rogers. Cuts Wadaka on the follow. Great defense there by Summers to force a tough shot that ended up as a miss. 12 seconds left. Summers driving. Backing down Wadaka. Looks for Demler. Demler's got it. 5 seconds left. Crossover. Kicks out to Vanderplag with the shot. That is a long. That will bring us to halftime. It is 34-20. 34-20. We are going to take a quick break as we are heading into halftime.
Life moves fast, and injuries can stop you in your tracks. At Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster, we're here when life happens. From sprains and breaks to pain that won't quit. No appointment needed with our walk-in urgent care. State-of-the-art care, expert surgeons, and physical therapy to get you moving again, all under one roof. Trusted in Central Pennsylvania since 1972. Caring for families, athletes, and neighbors across our 5 convenient locations. Don't let pain slow you down. Visit OALFixedBones.com to save your spot online today.
Thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast. LebcoSports.com is your headquarters for all things Lebanon County sports. Scores, recaps, and stories behind the athletes and teams you care about the most. When the final buzzer sounds, head over to LebcoSports.com and catch up on everything you might have missed. Then, make sure you follow along for what's coming next.
Life moves fast, and injuries can stop you in your tracks. At Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster, we're here when life happens, from sprains and breaks to pain that won't quit. No appointment needed with our walk-in urgent care. State-of-the-art care, expert surgeons, and physical therapy to get you moving again, all under one roof. Trusted in Central Pennsylvania since 1972, caring for families, athletes, and neighbors across our 5 convenient locations. Don't let pain slow you down. Visit OALFixedBones.com to save your spot online today.
Thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast. LebcoSports.com is your headquarters for all things Lebanon County sports. Scores, recaps, and stories behind the athletes and teams you care about the most. When the final buzzer sounds, head over to LebcoSports.com and catch up on everything you might have missed. Then, make sure you follow along for what's coming next.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our Lebco Sports presentation of the New Covenant Flames against High Point Baptist. We're going to take a look at some of our highlights, sponsored by the A&J Pizza replay. Right there was a nice bucket there, Graydon Summers. Then here's another dribble and drive, Graydon Summers going down the court. Looks, jump stops, hops, does a nice little bucket there. Then we go over to High Point. They had a couple nice plays as Mason Rogers right down into there. He was one of our Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster's player to watch. Carlos Torres with the crossover, kicks it back out to Reagan Wadaka with the big three there. Wadaka is doing a nice job. He is leading the charge for High Point with 12. That right there was a big three by Grant Kanakis. And here's a rebound by Nate Lewis, kicks it right up to Carlos Torres with a nice left-handed finish. And another play here with Torres up at the top. Dribbles, kicks it out to the wing. Big three there by Nate Lewis. And that is our last A&J Pizza replay from the first half. Like we said at the beginning in our Lebanon Federal Credit Union pregame, it was a contrast of styles. However, it wasn't the contrast we were expecting. New Covenant is trailing right now 20-34. They have points. 12 points by Graydon Summers, where he was 6 for 8 from the line. He got to the line a lot. I just lost you. Can you go over there and tell the guy I just lost him? Hold on.
Life moves fast, and injuries can stop you in your tracks. At Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster, we're here when life happens, from sprains and breaks to pain that won't quit. No appointment needed with our walk-in urgent care. State-of-the-art care, expert surgeons, and physical therapy to get you moving again, all under one roof. Trusted in Central Pennsylvania since 1972, caring for families, athletes, and neighbors across our 5 convenient locations. Don't let pain slow you down. Visit OALFixedBones.com to save your spot online today.
Thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast. LebcoSports.com is your headquarters for all things Lebanon County sports. Scores, recaps, and stories behind the athletes and teams you care about the most. When the final buzzer sounds, head over to LebcoSports.com and catch up on everything you might have missed. Then, make sure you follow along for what's coming next.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that. We had a little bit of technical difficulties as I lost my microphone. But as we came back, there was a big bucket by Graydon Summers to cut the lead to 12. Ball goes out to Mason Rogers. Nate Lewis dribble drives, and then he gets called for a travel turnover right there, which is exactly what the Flames needed to start this half. Demler goes into Vanderplag, who brings it back out. Demler's got it again. He's dribbling, goes up with the right hand. Big bucket there by Demler, cuts the lead to 10, and a really quick timeout called by High Point Baptist Academy. That is exactly what Coach Cantner and the Flames needed as they started this second half. Again, just want to apologize about the technical difficulties we are experiencing tonight. But yeah, we're going to take a look at that last basket by A&J Pizza replay. Demler's guiding the offense with a quick crossover. Had a pick up there by Summers. Got by his defender. Puts it up off the glass and good. Excellent play there by Demler. We have about 15 seconds left in this timeout. So we'd just like to thank our Y&G Productions for making our coverage possible in our first season. Whether you're looking for photos or videos to remember your big event or want to stream live to your fans, Y&G Productions has you covered. They will put in the time and effort required to make your project something special. Visit their website and see their portfolio at ygproductions.org. High Point's bringing it at the baseline. New Covenant is back with a full court press again. Vanderplug is defending Nate Lewis as he's dribbling. Stops the drive. He's coming over here to the near wing. Goes up front to Grant Rogers. Dribbles the left hand. Kanakis playing defense. Forces a tough shot, but it goes in. Good bucket there by Rogers. In quickly to Demler. Lead back up to 12, 36-24 with 6:52. Looks like we have a moving screen called. There's a moving screen called on 15. I think Graydon Summers there. That's his first foul. Nate Lewis is bringing it in, gives it to Grant Rogers. Dribbles the left hand, dribbles, spins, pulls up. Off the front iron, ball is loose. Rebounded there by Graydon Summers. He's looking to break quickly. Dribbles, kicks it out to Demler in the corner. Great catch by Demler, showing the good hands. Brings it back over to Summers. Back up there to Ben Ryan at the center. Looks to find Summers down in the corner. Crossover, spin, looks for a shot. Pump fake, up off the glass. Doesn't get the fall. Rebounded by Kanakis, but it does fall loose and goes off of Nate Lewis out of bounds. Stays with New Covenant. We have a sub coming in. We have Alex Schaefer's coming in for Grant Kanakis. Looks like coach wants to coach up Kanakis a little bit. He's got the whiteboard in front of him. Gets the ball into Demler. Demler crosses over. Looks out to Ryan in the corner for three. Big shot, Ben Ryan in the corner. That's what we were talking about when we talked about him as our Orthopedic Associates, a Lancaster player to watch for New Covenant. He is good from the outside, hits the three. Now the Flame Nation is coming alive again, asking their team to play defense. Torres pulls up a three from the top, falls off the right iron, rebounded by Mason Rogers. Back out to Torres, kicks it out to Grant Rogers. Wadaka with the spin move, dribbles, drives, and there is a foul as he went in. They will get two shots on a nice spin move and drive from Reagan Wadaka. Look at the A&J Pizza replay. You can see Wadaka with the nice spin when he first got it, went up strong, was fouled there. They called the foul on Ben Ryan. That's his first. Reagan Wadaka misses the first free throw. Score stays 36-27 in favor of High Point with 5:48 left. Coach is finished coaching up Grant Kanakis. He's back in for Alex Schaefer. Reagan Wadaka with the second free throw. He makes that one, takes the lead back up to 10. But the one thing Coach Burke warned about in his pregame talk with me is that New Covenant can go on a run because of how they shoot the ball. Ben Ryan's a little long on that three-point attempt, went off the back iron, rebounded by Grant Rogers, given up to Carlos Torres, quick bucket off the glass. Demler bringing it back down the floor, finds Kanakis on the wing, kicks out to Vanderplog. Dribble drive, but he was stopped by Nate Lewis. Looks to drive, looks to pass to Summers, lost the handle, but is picked up there by Kanakis on the far corner with the spin out to Braden Demler. Thought about a shot, but then he's setting up the offense again, pulls up from the wing, goes a little long. Ben Ryan was fighting for the rebound, missed it, goes up to Grant Rogers. The spin and a blocking foul as Grant Kanakis was moving, did not have feet set, was staggered a little bit. It is a blocking foul, will be two shots. We're going to take a look at that again on our replay by A&J Pizza. You can see Grant Rogers make the drive, and it looked as though Kanakis wasn't completely set, and his legs weren't completely stable. He was also pretty close under the basket. Rogers makes the first free throw. It's a 13-point game right now, 40-27 with 4:57 left in the third quarter. That foul shot missed off the right iron, rebounded by Grant Kanakis. Graydon Summers bringing it up with the crossover. Goes out to Vanderplag. Dribbling, going down the baseline, was bodied up there by Carlos Torres. Didn't like the call, but it looked like he did have his body in front, didn't get the feed set. There was contact, so it will stay New Covenant's ball on the baseline. That's Torres' first foul, the team's first also. Ball goes into Kanakis. Ben Ryan with another three from the near corner this time, cuts the lead back to 10. Like I said, he can heat up, so can New Covenant, and that is what the fans are hoping for right now in the home court. Torres gives it over to Wadaka. Back up to Mason Rogers to the top. Torres gets the handoff from Rogers, crosses over, pulls up from the elbow. It's off the front iron. Good poke there by Grant Rogers to Mason. And then Ben Ryan goes in, gets another steal. Gives it over to Vanderplag. He's looking, gives it to Braden Demler up at the top, shoots a three, bang, he hits it, cuts the lead to 7. Big three there. That's an excellent transition bucket. 40-33 now in favor of High Point Baptist. Nate Lewis is dribbling. Gets by his man, but Vanderplag got back in front, but Lewis takes it all the way to the hole and off the glass. Still a 9-point game with 3:40 left. Goes out to Ryan on the wing. Pick set by Demler. Ryan's dribbling, driving, goes up. Count the bucket and one. Ryan all the way to the basket. Excellent finish with the right hand off the glass. We're going to take a look at that drive again by Ben Ryan on the A&J Pizza replay. Got the pick by Demler up top, and Ryan didn't stop. He went the whole way to the bucket, got the and one. Fantastic job there. So now Ryan at the line. Lead is currently 7. Has a chance to cut it to 6. Ryan's got 8 points this quarter. He has come alive. Misses the free throw. He's wrestled. What do we got? We got a jump ball. Possession arrow does go to High Point, but that means that there's another jump ball. Possession will go back to New Covenant. Good hustle there by both teams. 7-point game, 42-35 with 3:29 left in the third quarter. They're going long. They got beat by that once. They got beat by it again, but they could not finish. Demler on the wing. Back out to Kanakis. Dribbles. Ryan for 3 again. Off the right iron that time. We've got a foul called there from number 22, Lincoln Hess, over the back. Excuse me, no. Looks like it was a foul on number 15, Mason Rogers. I'm going to look at that one again because I thought for sure it was going to go the other way. Goes up. Oh, they call that Rogers push in the back. It was small, but it was there. Summers kicks it out to Kanakis now that we're back live. He pulls up the 3. He hits another 3. Look out. Flames are coming back. It is now 42-38 after a big shot by Grant Kanakis. Only a 4-point game. The Flame Nation is rolling. They are loud. They are proud. Ryan playing good defense, pokes it away there. 2:55 left, 42-38. This has turned into an excellent game right now. Nate Lewis has the ball on the right wing. Carlos Torres has it up at the top. He's dribbling with the left. Flame Nation imploring their team to play defense. Kicks it out to Grant Rogers. Dribbling to the middle. Gives it up to Nate Lewis at the top. Pump fake down to Mason Rogers. Goes in with the left hand. Count the bucket and the foul on Mr. Kanakis. So if I had to guess, I'd say they said he reached over the top. Wasn't straight up. So Rogers stops the bleeding a little bit. Takes the lead back to 6 as he goes to the line trying to make it 7. And he made it. Good bucket. 45-38. And Mason Rogers was our OAL player to watch at the start of the game, and he is living up to that hype. He's having a great game. Braden Demler's up top, guarded by Grant Rogers, but not tight enough to start the 5-second clock. Back over to Demler. Back over to Ryan on the wing. He's pulling up the three. He's hot this quarter, and he stays hot, ladies and gentlemen. Hits another one. That's his third three of the quarter. 11 points this quarter for senior Ben Ryan, who was our OAL player to watch for New Covenant. It is now 45-41 with 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Coach Cantor's telling them to step out and guard. Ball is up. Great box out by Graydon Summers. He's dribbling down. It's only a 4-point game now. Chance to cut it to 2 or maybe even 1 with another 3. Ryan thought about it. He gave it back to Demler to settle it down. The freshman settles the offense very nicely. Swings it over to Ryan. Thought about it again. Gave it back up to Demler. Demler at the top of the key. He's tried his luck. Oh, did not go in. However, it's not loose by Reagan Wadika. Swings it over Great Summers, and it is blocked. Oh, they're calling a foul. Big foul as number 2 went in. We're going to take a look at that again, that A&J Pizza replay. Watches the hustle. Swings Demler, finds the open man in the corner, goes up, gets the block, but they did have a contact, and they changed it. Initially they said 2 shots, but now Summers is getting 3 shots at the line. He was behind the line on that attempt. So he can cut the lead to 2. First one is good. Graydon Summers. Graydon Summers, ladies and gentlemen, is living at the line tonight. He will have 11 free throw attempts after this trip. First one down, second one off the front iron and in. It is now a 2-point game. Graydon Summers has a chance to cut it to 1 with 1:26 left in the third quarter with this free throw. And he got him. He got all 3. 1, 2, 3 the hard way, ladies and gentlemen. Reagan Wadika with the ball, bringing it in. This has been quite the quarter for the Flames. They came alive, just like Coach Burke said they could in his pregame talk with me, saying they needed to control the pace. They're not doing that right now. Ben Ryan falls on the ball, gets the steal, very smartly calls timeout to ensure they get the ball before he gets tied up for a jump ball. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an exciting quarter, and we want to thank the Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster for sponsoring this inaugural season of Lebco Sports Live coverage. Serving the bone and joint and muscle needs of the region since 1972, Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster provides experienced, specialized orthopedic care to Lancaster and surrounding communities, with convenient locations in Lancaster, Lebanon, Spooky Nook, Willow Street, and Ephrata. Working as a team with each patient, our experts deliver personalized treatment and support that always puts patients first. OAL is proud to offer accessible, compassionate care close to home. As the area's first walk-in orthopedic urgent care facility, they understand how critical and timely care is after an injury. Orthopedic Urgent Care offers prompt evaluation, diagnosis, and often immediate treatment by orthopedic specialists, eliminating the need for an emergency room visit. No appointment is necessary, and most insurances are accepted. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now a 1-point game. New Covenant ball. They have a chance to take their first lead of the game. Demler is bringing the ball down the floor. The freshman has such poise leading this line. The coach trusts him to make the right decisions. Swings over to Vanderplag, goes back to Vanderplag, looking. Summers sets a pick, Vanderplag down, swings it out to Ryan in the corner. 4-3 off the back iron. Thought it was going down. Excellent play drawn up by Coach Cantor, just didn't get the bucket to fall. Mason Rogers up top, Reagan Wadika on the wing, swings it over to Lewis. Lewis hits a 3. That will settle it a little bit. Takes the lead back to 4 after that shot by Nate Lewis. Reagan Wadika was guarding Graydon Summers there. What a drive there by Lincoln Hess. Put it on the floor, off the glass. Cuts the lead to 2 with 20 seconds left. If I had to guess, High Point's going to hold for the last shot. Torres has it on the far wing. Dribble drives out to Grant Rogers, out to Reagan Wadika, 4 seconds on the clock. Mason Rogers pulls up the 3, and he hits a big 3 as time was expiring. I would love to see that one again. It was a great swing and shot. We're going to look at that A&J Pizza replay. As you see, Reagan Wadika dribbles, finds Mason Rogers on that wing, no hesitation, hits the three. We're going to take a short break after this replay as we get ready to head for the fourth quarter. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back live for an exciting fourth quarter. And if you remember from our Lebanon Federal Credit Union pregame show, the last time these teams met, High Point Baptist was leading by 5 going into the fourth quarter. They currently lead by 5 right now, 51-46. And in that game, New Covenant outscored them by 11 in the fourth to win by 6. The crowd is hoping for the same thing. Coach Kantner is hoping for the same thing. Coach Burke on the other sideline is not hoping for that same thing. He hopes his team can hold on. Vanderplug picks it off there after it got tipped. Excellent heads-up play. Gets the bucket. Cut it to 3. 7:23 left in the fourth quarter. Nate Lewis is up top. Comes over to the left side. Reverses the court. Gets it back up to Carlos Torres at the top. Reagan Wadika with a long 3. Almost went down, rimmed in and out. Graydon Summers with the rebound, bringing it up the court. Finds Hess. Hess kicks out to Ryan. Ryan thought about a 3 because he hit a couple from there. Drives, gets fouled. He will go to the line with a chance to cut it to 1. We're going to take a look at that A&J Pizza replay. With the spin. He thought about the 3. He hit 3 from that same spot earlier in the third quarter, but he decided to put it on the floor and get to the line. Good heads-up play by our OAL player to watch. He hits that first bucket, first free throw. He now has 16 points on the game, so he's only 4 points off of his average right now. Make that 3 points off the average as he hits that one. It's a 1-point game with 6:57 left in the fourth. 50-51. Oh, Graydon Summers with a big play there. Grant Rogers was driving. Summers poked it away, but it did go out on Summers, so High Point keeps the ball. Goes out to Carlos Torres on the corner. Rogers underneath with the left, up and in. Very finesse touch there by the big fella. The 6'4" senior averages about 15 points a game. Ryan drives, kicks out. Vanderplug with a chance to tie. Off the iron, rebounded by Rogers. He also averages 8 rebounds a game, so he's averaging 15 and 8 for High Point. Currently 3-point game, 53-50 with 6:30 left. Excellent play, but even better defense as they rotate after the pump fake. Good play by the D. Ryan's dribbling, finds Vanderplug on the wing. Stops, finds Demler. Thought about the shot, brings it back out, settles the offense again as he has done time and time again tonight. Graydon Summers kicks out to Vanderplug. He drives up with the right hand. Bucket is good. Cuts the lead to 1, 53-52 with 5:52 left in the quarter. That was a great drive by Nate Lewis. Thought he was losing the ball, went in, thought he got fouled, didn't get fouled, made it. Oh, but oh my goodness, there we are. It's our first tie ball game since it was 0-0. Excellent shot by number 11, Talon Vanderplug. I want to see that again because, like I said, first time tied since 0-0. And here comes that A&J Pizza replay. Thought pulls up, dagger, nothing but net. Everything there that you needed. with that, we're going to take a quick chance to shout out A&J Pizza, who has been sponsoring all of our replays. You're going to meet the pizza that everybody in Lebanon County is talking about, the Old World, also known as the Upside Down Pizza. It focuses on the delicious sauce on top and the texture baked to a crisp perfection, made for any time of the day. And when lunchtime rolls around, we've got you covered with lunch specials that delivers a great quantity for a great price. 2 great reasons to stop in at A&J Pizza and Restaurant. I also would like to take the time to shout out our excellent team that we have at LebcoSports.com. LebcoSports.com serves as a leading source for Lebanon County athletic news. Our mission is simple: to celebrate our local athletes. We'd like to thank them and Dan Rao for their support this season. I also couldn't do it without our team at YG Productions. They have been fantastic in helping us get this show and production on the road for you. We are with 5:38 left. It is a tie ball game, first time since 0-0. Carlos Torres bringing it down the court. Goes over to the far wing. We're going to get to see what was drawn up by Coach Burke during that timeout. Lewis drives, gets the bucket. Not sure that's how it was drawn up, but he will take that result as it is now 57-55. Lead back up to 2. Summers is on the right wing. Dribbling. Gives it to Ben Ryan. He's driving. Crosses over. Almost had a turnover, but Grant Kanakis stuck with it. Summers with it. Dribbling. Stays with it. Finds Vanderplug on the corner. It's up. Off. Hit the. We don't know what to call. Oh, they are calling that it went over the top of the backboard, so it is going to be High Points basketball after that, going off the top. Braden Demler goes in. He's on the full court press, poked it away there from Carlos Torres. It is 57-55, 4:49 left in the fourth. New Covenant is on the full court press. They've gotten burned twice by the long ball. Not happening on this play. Goes into Carlos Torres. Nate Lewis thought he had somebody on his back. He did not, almost fell down, but got the ball to Rogers. Torres dribbles over to Rogers. Carlos Torres dribbling in the middle, pulls up from the elbow. It's off, rebounded and put back in by Mason Rogers. What a play. There's 2 points and a rebound. It is a 4-point game. Over to Vanderplug. Almost lost it. Gets it to Demler. Demler's being guarded there by Torres. Gives the ball to Ben Ryan. Kanakis sets a screen. Ryan for 3. Does not fall. Is rebounded by Mason Rogers. Ball goes over to Reagan Wadika with a good spin. Back up to Mason Rogers on the wing. Still a 4-point game. Wadika drives. Loses the handle. Ball's on the ground. Graydon Summers with an excellent dive to get it. Gets it to Kanakis, who then gets it to Demler. 4-point game, 3:30 left. Kanakis with the ball to Vanderplug. Over to Kanakis. Thought about the 3, got his man off the ground. Goes in, nice left-handed finish. Cuts it to 2, 59-57 with 3:15 left in the fourth quarter. Ref starting his clock, got the countdown. They get across the timeline. Nate Lewis with the ball. Over to Carlos Torres at the top. Had Wadika cutting, didn't make the pass. Rogers sets the screen. Torres goes to the left, looked for the pick and roll. Grant Rogers to the top. Had a cutting Nate Lewis. Foul is on the floor, so we want Talon Vanderplug on the floor. Reach in from behind. 59-57 with 2:51 left. The excitement is back in this gymnasium. It was not here in the first half as High Point was doing everything they wanted, but New Covenant has cut it back in almost a 5-second there. Good defense by Ryan on Wadika. Gets it up to Torres. Torres guarded by Demler. Pick set by Mason Rogers. Demler gets back in front, goes out top. Mason Rogers thought about the 3, but pump fake. Kanakis didn't bite. Grant Rogers drives, gets the finger roll up and in. It's back to a 4-point game, 61-57. So it was 55-55, and it's been a 6-2 run by High Point since. Another turnover there by the Flames, and it looks like a foul on Braden Demler. With 2:16 left, it is 61-57. New Covenant is up in the full court press yet again. Going for the long ball again, could be the third time. Not a good pass that time. It's worked twice, didn't work the third time. Third time's a charm for the defense. And it is New Covenant's ball. They thought they were saying that it was staying here, but the ref was just saying, no, you're staying there for the throw-in. Ryan's got the ball over on the left wing. The crossovers, look for somebody, finds Vanderplug. He dribbles. He's got the open lane, goes the whole way in, off the glass, no. But he got the own rebound. Looks like we have a foul called, and it's going to be New Covenant's basketball foul. We're going to take a look at that again with our A&J replay. You can see the driver, Vanderplug, goes up, excellent drive, stuck with it, got the rebound, and then was fouled there by Grant Rogers to keep the ball in New Covenant's possession. The cut goes to Kanakis out on the wing. Good inbound, good catch. Oh, excellent cut. We have a kick ball there by Mason Rogers. Going to be New Covenant's basketball still. Yeah, take it back down to the baseline. 1:52 left. Score is 61-57. Ball goes into Demler. He gets up top. Dribble drives. Looks for Kanakis. Ball goes off of his fingers. Taken there by Carlos Torres. Back to Torres with 1:40 left in the game. It's a 4-point game in favor of High Point Baptist. Demler's playing defense. Timeout called by Coach Burke and the Eagles. It is a full timeout. With that full timeout, we're going to take a break ourselves so we can be ready for the last minute and 37 of this game for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and we've got a high-flying game here with the score. High Point Baptist Academy 61, New Covenant Flames 57, a minute 37 left. It is High Point's basketball after the turnover by New Covenant. Torres looks to bring it in. Ball gets into Reagan Wadika. Goes over to Nate Lewis. Being guarded by Navarro. Excellent D by Navarro, keeping him in front, They double team. Oh, we got a foul call there on number 10, Ben Ryan. Third foul of the quarter for New Covenant. His second foul of the game. Ball will be brought in by Torres on the side. Goods into Mason Rogers up top, over to Reagan Wadika. Back up to Nate Lewis, dribble drives. Minute 18 left. Ball goes to Reagan Wadika over on the far wing. Got the 5-second clock going. He broke free. He still got the ball. Looks into Mason Rogers, down to a minute left. Coach Canner may want to start thinking about a foul if they're not getting the steals. Over to Reagan Wadika on the far wing. Over Carlos Torres. Ooh, Demler gets called for a foul. It was close. That is the third foul. They need two more before they are shooting free. Oh, sorry, one more. That is the team's fourth foul, so one more and they'll be shooting. 52.7 left. It's a 4-point game. Ball goes into Mason Rogers, guarded by Lincoln Hess. Oh, there's the turnover that they needed. Hess has it, goes up to Demler. Coach Demler calls, or not, sorry. Demler had the ball. Coach Kantner calls timeout as Demler is bringing up. We're going to take a look at that one again. So you can see they have the ball. Reagan-Watka looks in. It got poked away there by Demler. He controlled it, lost it a little bit before Hess got it, gave it back to Demler, and that's when Coach called the timeout. He's going to draw something up. Knowing the shooting ability of Ryan, I could see them drawing up a three-pointer for Ryan. I don't know what he's thinking over there. Ryan was hot from the corner. They set it up a couple times where he had 3 threes from the corner in the third quarter. They were all nice. We've also had Kanakis hit a 3 this half. We have had Vanderplug hit a 3 this half as well. There are options. Braden Demler's hit a 3. There are a lot of options that they have. So we're looking for a three-pointer from New Covenant to try to cut this to 1. However, you don't need a 3. Any bucket right now is what's necessary. Any bucket, need to score. Possessions are going to be limited at this juncture. Might not need to foul if you score. We're going to be back in the action here in about 5 seconds. We are on. They are inbounding right next to Coach Burke. Ryan's going to be bringing it in. Demler's calling for help. Starters on starters right now. Demler's back up at the top. Kicks it over to Ryan on the wing. Pick set by Summers. Kicked it out to Vanderplug. Pulls up from the elbow. Missed that one. Was rebounded there by Grant Rogers, and a quick foul there by Graydon Summers to get them to the free throw line. So it is a 4-point game right now with 31.4 left. Need to box out if you're a New Covenant. Need to box out, get the rebound. And you need to hope that Grant Rogers misses one of these, if not both. But I will say there is a chance. Last night I was watching the Cedar Crest girls against Lancaster Catholic girls. Cedar Crest was down 3 with about 4 seconds left. They got fouled shooting 3, and then they went to the line and made all 3, forcing overtime. Then they ended up going into double overtime before they won that game. Grant Rogers made the first and made the second. 6-point game. You need 2 threes, a quick bucket, need to score. Doesn't matter how you do it, need to score. Summers for 3. It was short. I think it got blocked a little bit. Rebounded there by Grant Rogers. Fouled by Ben Ryan. Going back to the line. It's Grant Rogers for 2 more. 22.6. 6-point game in favor of the High Point Baptist Eagles. It was a battle. When you look back, you're going to think, what happened? It was 55-55. And from that point, it's been an 8-2 run by High Point. Missed the first one, went long, had the adrenaline. You'd think sometimes in moments like this you're going to fall short because you're tired. He used his legs, had the adrenaline flowing on that one, went off the back iron. That one was short, but a huge rebound by Mason Rogers, who was our player to watch this when we started the game in our pregame show. That rebound may have sealed the deal, as now we have Carlos Torres going to the line, shooting 2 more. Lead is still 6 with 18.7 to go in the fourth quarter. It's a hard-fought game, and this is a school that is used to seeing winning basketball. This season, the boys set a history-making season with the most wins in program history. The girls also set a season record for wins in a season. The girls won last night in their quarterfinal matchup, playing again tomorrow night. So this is a basketball program. Torres missed the first but made the second. 7-point game, 18.7 to go. There was a foul there by Reagan-Watika on Braden Demler. Okay. And it has been a big battle if things hold. I know we had said that we wanted to watch Mason Rogers this at the beginning of the game, our OAL player to watch, but Reagan-Watika has had an excellent game. Ben Ryan, a big 3 off the front iron, rebounded by Mason Rogers. Another rebound. Braden Demler stolen, fouled, shooting a 3 with 8.8 to go. There is still a chance here. Braden Demler's going to line to shoot 3. freshman playing in his first playoff game. Probably has some nerves, but we'll see how he handles these free throws. The way he calmly runs the offense, no worries. Stepped up like he's been there before. Excellent shot. Put that one in. Cuts it to 6, 64-58. That one down as well, 64-59. Down 5 ready. Demler shooting his third. He made all 3, so it's a 4-point game. Ball goes into Reagan Wadaka, fouled by Demler. Wadaka makes the walk down. He'll shoot his 2 now. And if we're just going to trade free throws, then it's going to end with a High Point Baptist Academy win. They have already eclipsed their season average in points. They only average about 59 a game, so they've eclipsed that by 5. New Covenant hasn't quite hit their average of 65. He missed that first one, so there's still a chance here. Makes this one a 5-point game. Coach Kantner telling his team that they need to box out because if there's a miss, they need to get the rebound. The only way they'll have a chance is if they get the rebound. He made that one back up to a 5-point game with 8 seconds left. Clock starts as Summer touches the ball, pulls up, went off the backboard, then off Carlos Torres with the ball. High Point is going to walk away with the victory, 65-60. We're going to take a quick break, and then hopefully we'll have a chat with our OAL player of the game.
Life moves fast, and injuries can stop you in your tracks. At Orthopedic Associates of Lancaster, we're here when life happens. From sprains and breaks to pain that won't quit. No appointment needed with our walk-in urgent care. State-of-the-art care, expert surgeons, and physical therapy to get you moving again, all under one roof. Trusted in Central Pennsylvania since 1972. Caring for families, athletes, and neighbors across our 5 convenient locations. Don't let pain slow you down. Visit OALFixedBones.com to save your spot online today.
Thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast. LebcoSports.com is your headquarters for all things Lebanon County sports. Scores, recaps, and stories behind the athletes and teams you care about the most. When the final buzzer sounds, head over to LebcoSports.com and catch up on everything you might have missed. Then, make sure you follow along for what's coming next.
Okay. All right, we are live with our OAL player of the game, Reagan Wadaka from High Point Baptist. Reagan, first I want to say congratulations.
Thank you.
Big win for you guys. So I met with Coach Burke before the game, and he said his 3 keys for you guys tonight were, 1, to close out the shooters. How do you guys feel you did on that?
I feel like the first half we did pretty well at closing out shooters. The second half was a little rough because, I mean, they went on a roll. They hit a couple in a row and brought the game close, so that was a struggle. But yeah, we did a decent overall.
You're right. Ben Ryan hit a couple big ones on the corner there, but you're right. The first half, I mean, you guys held him to 3 points in the first half. The guy averages 20, so that was a good game plan. Other thing that Coach said he wanted you guys to do was rebound and control the paint. How do you think you did with that one?
I mean, based on our last couple of games, we rebounded decently. We still got to work on boxing out. We give up a lot of second chance points, which isn't great. But I think we did a lot better second half for sure. But yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah, I would agree. And then the last key that Coach Burke had for you guys was to play your game offensively. Mm-hmm. When he says that, what's he mean?
He means not rushing a shot because our team struggles. We come down, we pass, we shoot because we're getting excited or whatever. Yeah. But we shoot too fast. So he wants us to just calm down, run the play, make a good, clean shot. He always says a good shot. not a good shot, but a great shot.
Right, and I would say watching you guys play, you did a lot of those things. You worked well as a team. You rebounded well. I mean, Mason had a huge rebound down there on that free throw to kind of really seal the deal. He played great. Again, he was our player to watch at the beginning of the game, but you throughout the course of the game excelled, we feel, both offensively and defensively, which is why we were naming you our Orthopedic Associates and Lancaster Player of the Game.
Thank you so much.
And with that, you will get a T-shirt.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
and and congratulations. Best of luck for you guys in the semis. We are going to just take a couple look at some highlights here so you can see. But you're good to go then if you want, Reagan. We're just going to look at these. Again, thank you. Yeah, congratulations. Yep. Okay, sounds good. Just let me know when you're good. Oh, yeah, so we are looking at the highlights. Sorry, I was talking to my producer there. You can see Nate Lewis there dribbling drives, kicks it out to Reagan Wadika, who was our player of the game. Big three right there. He had a couple big plays on offense, a couple big plays, too, on defenses. He was kind of locked in on senior Ben Ryan for New Covenant, who was our player to watch. He was guarding him tight. There is Carlos Torres, kicks it back out to Wadika, another big three. When he was hitting those, it was nothing but net. He worked hard. He fought through the battle. Here we go, another three at the top. Just a lot of really good ball movement for them today. Just really proud of them overall. High Point played an excellent game. New Covenant fought as they wanted to get back into it. Like I said, it was tied at one point, 55-55 there in the fourth quarter. Just wasn't in the cards for them today. And, that it's hard. It was at home. They didn't have a home playoff game in a while. We're going to look at a couple more highlights for our A&J Pizza replay. This is the New Covenant ones. This is where our OAL player to watch, Ben Ryan, was heating up there in the beginning. He hit about three big threes there in the third and fourth quarters combined. Just was not enough as we're here part of our Lebanon Federal Credit Union postgame show looking at the highlights. That ball was almost stolen, but Talon Vanderplug got it and hit the quick layup, the good rebound, and he's driving in there as well. Big layup. And here comes the newcomers driving down again. That was the big three there by Talon Vanderplug that brought the game to a tie. But then after that, they just could not find the bottom of the net. It was hard for them. They were working. They never gave up. It was just a great game all around. Good win for High Point Baptist Academy as they came in as an underdog, and they had lost on this floor earlier in the season, so that was also weighing on them. But it's an excellent game. All of our replays tonight brought to you by A&J Pizza. Our post-game show is brought to you by Lebanon Federal Credit Union. Big shout-out to all of our team at Lebanon Cove Sports and YG Productions. I am Rob Gantz for you tonight in your coverage. Thank you for joining us. Sorry for all the technical difficulties that we were having tonight, losing the microphone and some of our live feed glitches. We thank you for staying with us. Hope you enjoyed the show. We will be at the Lancaster Lebanon League Girls Semifinals tomorrow, so please join us for those. They're going to be excellent games as Cedar Crest play effort and the nightcap after a thrilling double overtime win for Cedar Crest last night against Lancaster Catholic. So thank you so much for joining us. Sorry for the technical difficulties, and have a great evening.